Taz effect hits you like a wave, a fresh new spin on the news you crave. Turn the page and you see the light, a different angle that feels so right. No more waiting for the truth to show. Every story starts to glow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. It's the Taz effect that steals the show. Open your mind, let the colors flow. Daily news in a way you didn't know.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me here for the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you did not know you could use. For those listening in over the radio airwaves at gcpr.live, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those watching and listening from all around the social media sphere, hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? Today is Talk About It Tuesday, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. We're going to get into it. If you missed the Epstein/Maxwell files update today, you can go and check that out at TazJ77 on the tube of you. In case you were not aware, King Chuck the Cuck and the floozy that's the Queen Camilla are here in the U.S. Okay. He's has a historic address to the Joint Congress. So let's start there. Why not?
I would like, if I may, to take this opportunity to express my particular gratitude to you all for the great honor of addressing this joint meeting of Congress. And on behalf of the Queen and myself, to thank the American people for welcoming us to the United States to mark this semi-quincentennial year of the Declaration of Independence. And for all of that time, for all of that time, our destinies as nations have been interlinked. As Oscar Wilde said, we have really everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language.
We're not done.
Are indeed a unique asset, and generations of Americans have risen to this calling. Indigenous, political, and civic leaders, people in rural communities and cities alike, have all helped to protect and nurture what President Theodore Roosevelt called the glorious heritage of this land's extraordinary natural splendor, on which so much of its prosperity has always depended. Yet, even as we celebrate the beauty that surrounds us, our generation must decide how to address the collapse of critical natural systems, which threatens far more than the harmony and essential diversity of nature. We ignore at our peril the fact that these natural systems, in other words, nature's own economy, provide the foundation for our prosperity and our national security. The story of the United Kingdom and the United States is at its heart a story of reconciliation, renewal, and remarkable partnership. From the bitter divisions of 250 years ago, we forged a friendship that has grown into one of the most consequential alliances in human history. I pray with all my heart that our alliance will continue to defend our shared values with our partners in Europe and the Commonwealth and across the world. And that we ignore the clarion calls to become ever more inward-looking. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President.
Did you catch that? Avoid becoming inward-looking. Avoid self-reflection. They went from being adversaries to advocates for one another because of racism. Because I want you to think about something. If you liberated yourself from an abusive relationship, because when we are taught the origin story of the United States, Great Britain is the big bad wolf. Okay? Great Britain is what goes bump in the night. They had to escape because, it was so tyrannical. They couldn't practice religion the way they wanted to. They couldn't talk the way they wanted to. They couldn't live the way they wanted to. Sound familiar? So they had to come over here to free themselves. I want you to think about if you've ever had to escape a domestic situation or help someone do it. When you go to celebrate, would you invite the person you escaped from to come and chit chat? No. You know who generally does? Somebody who decided that, you know what, my villain arc is going to be, I'm going to treat the world like this mofo used to treat me. Yes. Just like how we watch Zionists out of Israel that happen to be Jewish wanting to do what occurred to Jewish folks. Just like we watch white people who refuse to deconstruct get their panties and boxers in a bunch because they fear that we want to have the retribution of doing to them what they did to us, because nobody can fathom when they are bred into savagery that there are people out here that are truly about peace and contentment. Okay? So often in my life, I am told that I'm not trustworthy, that I can't be trustworthy, that I must be a liar. And it is because people cannot fathom that I'm not walking around wanting revenge, that I am not walking around with the goal of trying to out petty someone. And no, I'm not patting myself on the back. No, I'm not being facetious, because when I have conversations with people where I'm like, why do you feel this way? Well, I would handle it this way, and I just can't believe that you wouldn't. Guess what? I'm not you. And not everybody is out here spending their life giving their energy, thought processes, and turning their happiness over to other people. I told a woman today on TikTok that she needs to cease the conversation, because she already showed me before I laid my head down on a pillow last night that I was in control of her, that I was permitted to move into her head rent free on top of her paying the moving and redecorating fees, that she needed to stop, because she keeps trying to poke to get a reaction, and she can't. But to say, essentially, oh, Chuck the Cuck, to avoid looking inward. I need you all to realize we are not the only person, the only country, I should say, with the hellscape of a leader right now. And sorry, not sorry. Some of y'all think that you are on a deconstruction journey, and you're not, because you are no different than the people that you complain about. You are a U.S. patriot, Karen, or Richard, or somewhere between. Because every time something happens in the United States, you all take it on and embody it as if it is native and exclusive to here. How do you have so many conversations over the years about Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong Un, and yet you think that we're the only ones with a piss poor, embarrassing leader? And true, the monarchy in the UK is mostly ceremonial. Mostly. They still do yield a certain level of power, mostly ceremonial. Do you think Trump is the only world leader that is racist? Do you think Trump is the only world leader with a regime that is anti Black? Do you think Trump has the only regime with members of the LGBTQIA plus in it that tells the public to be anti-LGBTQIA plus? Do you think Trump is the only world leader with a regime that's stupid as hell? Because I'm here to tell you, we're not alone in this. We're not. It's just each country sits around like it's its own Mean Girls clique. Them over there, them over there. Then when it happens to them, they're so focused on them. My leader, my leader, my leader, my leader, my idiot, that they can't see anyone else. See, here's the thing. We started collectively to get a glimpse of how interconnected we all are. We tend to focus on domestic politics as if geopolitics don't control the world, literally, by definition. We started to get a glimpse of it and started to get a glimpse of understanding when things start to kick off in Gaza. But then, as always, we had some white people who decided, per their heritage, they needed to be savior and saved all at the same time. So they lost sight of that. They lost sight of that. You want equity where you lay your head down at? We have to work globally, collaboratively to change the mindset, because it really does not matter where you go on this third rock from the sun. There are very few places that you can go where anti-Blackness does not reign supreme. Right now, we have people saying, well, Black people need to just take the L on this. Texas is brimming with Latinos and Hispanics, and you got to win our vote. That is an ethnicity, people. You can be Black and Hispanic. You can be Black and Latino. I'm going to say this again because I keep telling y'all this, so I guess I'm just going to get blue in the face telling you. Black people are the American Express Black card of Black people. We are everywhere the rest of y'all want to be. I know you like to differentiate yourselves by ethnicity until you need to come together and let your Wonder Twin racist powers activate. Until you need protection under the cloak of whiteness, you all try to separate yourselves, because I do remember during the height of the ICE abductions, there was no more, 3%. Well, I get a pass because my stepdaddy 3 times removed was Black. I took a DNA test and I'm 0.00639% indigenous. I'm a Cherokee. All of that ceased. Now it's starting to make a comeback because you're trying to differentiate yourself from the regular, schmegular white folks that don't have any place to hide this time around. And you just want to lay low long enough to pretend like you didn't vote for Trump, to pretend like you weren't holding up mass deportation signs, to pretend like you weren't posting every chance you could that you voted for this in regards to ICE. And about the world hates dark-skinned people because of bastardized faux Christianity. Now, before we started the show, I was already working on a piece for Substack regarding this, so I'm not going to get too in-depth with it because I'm almost to the end of it, and I don't want to make all my work thus far today for naught. But Cliff Notes version, you have to remember the Ham Doctrine and the fact that people started off by bastardizing the newly founded, at the time, Christianity, which trickled into the other Abrahamic religions, and then to some extent to other religions and religious and spiritual practices. Because when the racial hierarchy was created, and it was determined that the void of melanin was superior, the void of humanity was the standard, all else became vilified. And I need people to really truly understand what is vilified when you vilify Blackness. You're vilifying community. You're vilifying collaboration. You're vilifying survival. You're vilifying respect. You are vilifying learning from the elders. You're vilifying proper society. But you're not going to break it down like that. You're not going to think about it like that because that's not what you're told to do. There's a reason why white supremacists look at melanated people, people that they intentionally marginalize, and try to monolith all of us because they do not understand the concept of community. So working together for a goal in their feeble minds means that it is one person. They believe that it's one band, one side. One sound, meaning no one else has an opinion, no one strays from the sheet music. So that is the Cliff Notes version. Ay, Dios mijos. Hot off the presses. Ex FBI Director James Comey indicted for a second time. They'll do anything but a proper job. All jokes aside, this current administration has murked up the investigative and litigational waters so bad that it will be at least a full generation before we will truly see justice again or have the ability to trust in the system, because not only have they mucked up the credibility, all of their shenanigans have compromised every court proceedings for the foreseeable future. Evidence, testimonies, you name it. We joke, but criminals, career criminals, people who have not even been labeled as criminals yet, they're looking at this, and I promise you, the deviant among us they're going to find every bit of gray area. We are going to see an influx of victim-driven crimes, whether it be financial crimes, intimate crimes, murderous crimes. We're going to, because it's very clear that their focus is on talking points and optics. But let's get into this. For those just joining us, we have not gotten into it yet, but just ex-FBI Director James Comey indicted for second time. And Turtle Patel, this ain't going to take the heat off of you, homie. Because it's looking like whiskey leaks. The whiskey portion of the liquor cabinet may be finding his way out because he's taken a bridge too far. Former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted for the second time after a judge dismissed an earlier indictment back in November, according to media reports. The Justice Department, Comey, and lawyers who previously represented Comey didn't immediately respond to request for comment. The new indictment concerns a social media post by Comey, according to reports from CNN and the New York Times, which cited anonymous sources familiar with the matter. The post depicted an image of seashells reading 8647. Some supporters of Donald Trump Sr. interpreted the post as a threat because 86 is slang term that means to throw out or to get rid of, according to the Merriam-Webster, and Trump is the 47th president. Okay, anybody who's worked in food prep, and it just means to get rid of. Get rid of could be impeachment. Like, they are really reaching because they previously tried to condemn him for this, but they couldn't. So that's why they trumped up the indictment previously. So we're gonna spin the block back to this. We're wasting. I thought the whole point of this administration, and starting off strong, and yes, I'm being very facetious with that, with Doge, was to eliminate unnecessary spending, because we seem to be only able with this regime to spend unnecessarily. I thought we were supposed to be reducing the bureaucracy. We keep increasing it. Comey later deleted the post and said in a new post that he didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence, and he took the post down because he opposes violence of any kind. Comey was previously prosecuted by the Trump administration for allegedly lying to Congress, but the case was dismissed after a judge determined the prosecutor who brought it was unlawfully appointed. The Justice Department has appealed that ruling. Both prosecutions have come after Trump Sr. specifically called for Comey to be criminally charged in September. Comey served as director of the FBI during the first Trump administration before Trump fired him in 2017. Here is the thing. I need y'all to start calling Trump out on his BS. And this is what I mean by you need to start calling Trump out on his BS. A lot of people that he is viewing as his political rivals, that he's saying are hacks, that are bad people, that are unqualified, he brought them to the forefront. He employed them at some point. He told us they were the best of the best, the greatest. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is better. Come on. Start calling him out. Start calling him out. And I don't know. Hey y'all, hey. I'm not seeing enough posts about there being a hotastic reunion right now in DC. The OG whore with the new whore, Camilla and melanoma. Why are we not talking about Kama Sutra and melanoma? And in case you didn't know, let me give you a little more ammunition. You do know that Camilla, hails from yet another long-standing royal mistress. Her mama was a royal hoe too. She ain't new to this. She true to this. Her mama was a royal concubine too. For all we know, she's sucking off her own cousin or brother. She was getting bent over, past. Bent over, past. Bent over, bent over, past. Bent over, past. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell me again how a black woman as first lady was lowbrow and ghetto. Tell me again how having a doctor as a first lady was lowbrow, and a doctor that wanted to continue to work to help pay for things in the White House. How was that ghetto? But we got a flimsy. We done turned the White House into a whorehouse. Like, it's the White House is officially a trap house. We had cars in the front lawn, a grandbaby hawking the shit to sell to pay the bills in the front lawn. Half the building is dilapidated and condemned. It's just rubble on the side. And we got whores twerking up and down the floors. It's a real 75-cent house. You're right. Check. Yeah. white folks, white non-deconstructing white-bodied individuals, come to the front because y'all were so the black man in the world is gonna be so ghetto. With the ghetto-ness came with a tangerine tyrant from NYC, and he don't even wear the butters. Like this mofo is out nickeling nickels, and he ain't even in a fitted in butters. Let me remind y'all act scared and act like black street gangs, etc., are just the most prevalent, the deadliest. Y'all forget that still the deadliest, most criminal-minded gangs were suits and ties, and they make movies about it. Y'all make merch. All the merch. The bad merch. Regarding your gang violence and your gangsters. Keeping it gangster, Susan. Keeping it gangster. Keeping it gangster, Susan. Keeping it gangster. You don't talk about your drug dealers because they have MD behind their name. They have a doctorate in pharmacy. You don't have to talk to them in the parking lot. You can whisper to them in the exam room. All right, now moving on to VP, put it in the pullout. Ted, she's a movie star. Yeah. So was Debbie when she was doing Dallas. Those gangsters also were educated on their game and dressed beyond the nine. Some of them were educated beyond their game. Some of them were just sociopaths. Some of them just had the fear factor on their side. And far, far, far too many of them, and this is why I chuckle when white people act like they don't understand Hamas and Hezbollah. Some of the most prolific gangsters were on a true blue retribution tour. Their fathers were killed and they wanted to get their get back. I need y'all to remember that Trump was one of the OG screen kids. This is why he lives his life as if he is Fredo from the Godfather trilogy, but he didn't have the attention span or the working smarticle particles to finish the trilogy. Look at the moves that he makes. Look at the posturing that he does. Trump thinks that he's got it. He thinks he's Luciano. He thinks he's single. He wants to avenge his father. He thinks that his father should have been a boss, should have been bigger than what he was. And by golly, by the time they take him under, he's going to get him there. Yeah, we know that, Corey. We know that Fredo didn't see the end. Trump doesn't. Trump doesn't. He just heard Fredo and thought of a connection to his dad and his brother that he looked up to. And that was enough for him. Trump doesn't finish anything. No, the apple didn't fall off the tree, Lisette, when it came to Camilla. The apple did not fall off the tree, okay? The tree just fell over. The tree just eventually died. The apple stayed right there onto the... Yeah. Okay, so back to VP, put it in the pullout. Seducing a sectional. Vance warned against the Iran war. Now, the Atlantic report, he's been privately questioning whether Hegseth is telling Trump the truth about it. Now, we had discussed this before that there were questions about it. Now we have a little bit more of confirmation that yes, Vance is questioning this, and we know no, Hegseth is not telling Trump the truth about it. But Trump has an unhealthy attachment to Hegseth. It's almost as if Hegseth is the son that Trump never got. And before you go, Tess, Trump has 3 sons. I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm going to say it one more time and I'm going to slow it down for you. It's almost like Hegseth is the son that Trump never got. Okay. All right. Now, if you follow me over on the TikTok at TazJ15, I put up a memory on this day from last year that I think if you take a little peek at that, you'll understand what I'm putting down. A new report from The Atlantic says Vice President J.D. Vance has been privately questioning whether the Pentagon is giving President Donald Trump Sr. an accurate picture of the war in Iran. According to 2 senior administration officials, Vance has raised concerns about the accuracy of the information being provided, including worries about the availability of certain missile systems. The report points to a gap between what the Pentagon has been saying publicly and what U.S. intelligence assessments show internally. Sources familiar with those assessments say Iran still has 2/3 of its air force, most of its missile launching capability, and the bulk of its small, fast boats, which can lay mines and disrupt traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. This stands in sharp contrast to what Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and General Dan Kane have said publicly, that U.S. weapons stockpiles are strong and that Iranian forces have taken drastic damage after 8 weeks of fighting. Vance has framed his concerns as his own, rather than directly accusing Hegseth or Kane of misleading the president, reportedly to avoid causing divisions within Trump's war cabinet. No, Vance doesn't want to be replaced, and Vance wants to be the next in line to monkey bar into the presidency. Okay? Because Vance does thoroughly understand that essentially the presidency in the United States is your spokesmodel. Yes, there's nuance and context to that, but we're skipping over that for right now. Hegseth doesn't want to tell Trump the truth because Hegseth has dreams of grandeur as going down as the best to ever do it when it comes to military, but he's an idiot. He doesn't understand military. And this is why I say, a lot of people get offended by this, but I need you to get out of your damn feelings and actually pay attention to what the hell I'm saying. Just because somebody's in the military does not mean that they are going to go on and be a prolific leader. Being able to take orders does not mean you can give them. Being able to follow orders does not necessarily mean that you have good critical thinking skills. And this is Hegseth is someone who doesn't believe in war crimes, believes in bucking authority. He even said it, that when he was a subordinate, I'll just do what I want to do. But now he expects everybody to toe the line because he is driven by white man Cassidy. He is driven by white man Cassidy. But we have been so indoctrinated and pushed forward that patriotism is bootlicking the military. And if somebody's in the military, that means that they're going to be a great politician. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm going to say it again because the vast majority of people in the military are not in leadership roles. It's no different than any other company. The vast majority of people there are not in roles of leadership. They are not the ones making the decisions. They're not the ones that have to be able to think at the spur of the moment. They're not the ones that have to be considering everyone and being inclusive. I need you to think. If you know a child, a minor, I want you to think at 10 years old, you giving this child a schedule with chores and everything else. You gave them the schedule. Does that mean that they're ready to move out on their own and figure it out? Because if anything happens to deviate from that schedule, what's the first thing they do? They come to you. Well, what do we do? And you have to teach them. Some people get good at it and go forward. Some people you constantly have to, if things go left, you got to tell them and you got to get them back to center. What makes you think that people who signed up to be told what the hell to do, that automatically transfers them into being good leaders, equitable leaders, quick thinking leaders? Man traded Coke for liquor. Lord have mercy. And I mean, no disrespect to anybody who served, but let's be true. And quite honestly, let's stay on this road of the military, because we got to dispel some things. And like I said, I mean no disrespect, but we should respect people accordingly. Okay, let's respect people accordingly. Mods, be ready. Over on TikTok, I just took note of something. Be ready. Um, our current military is not fighting for rights, for our rights, to extend rights, to protect right. They're not. They're essentially fighting for the sake of the top 1% and to further cement the legacy within the history books of whoever is sitting in the Oval. Okay? That's number one. Number two, a good chunk of people who are entering into the military to date don't really want to be there. But that is their get out of a bad situation card. That is their way of paying for the exorbitant cost of higher education. For some people, that is their way of getting someone close to them that they love the health care that they so desperately need. Hold on, TikTok. I'm going to fix that in just a second. Um, Sorry about that. Like my son did, I fear for him, Dale. Yes. Because I think far too many people forgot what we learned the last time the United States officially went to war, and the amount of people and their families that were like, I feel manipulated. I went into the ROTC program. I, monkey barred over to the military because I was promised I could get a home, and I needed to get a home for my ailing parents or grandparents. Oh, this was my way to pay for college. They promised me that, I could do this amount of time and I wouldn't go off to war. There were so many people with the mindset of, this is the perfect time because this is the time for peace. And our leadership keeps saying that we're going for peace. I need you all to think about the people who were genuinely manipulated when Trump proclaimed that he was going to be the president of peace, when he was campaigning around every riverband to get a peace prize from somebody, anybody. The people that were like, okay, this is my way of bettering my circumstance. And all of this trying to play who's manlier than the next, as if men have been the only ones to populate the military over here in the United States. They haven't. There have been women and melanated folks in military installations in the United States, even predating the United States being called the United States. By hell or high water, two things are certain: melanated folks and women are going to defend their home, and they will defend themselves and their rights, and they will fight for their equity. Take it up with a Ouija board and an encyclopedia if you don't believe me. I'll tell you a lot of things. A lie and inaccuracies ain't neither one of them. We have to get out of the cycle of putting the wrong people on platforms. Every day, people seemingly get it on a small scale when they're like, oh, we made the wrong person famous. Oh, we platformed the wrong person. Sweetheart, that has been the American way for generations now. You will prop up and then demonize an athlete. And what do I mean? Tazzy Farms remembers when people were coming at the neck of Charles Barkley for saying correctly that he is not a role model and should not be a role model for anybody's kids, that he is just an athlete. No one, man, woman, child, anybody in between, should be looking at an athlete for inspiration or guidance. And he wasn't wrong. But we have the saying, those who can do, those who can't teach. How are you going to be able to do if you've never been taught? And here's a thing, y'all were quick to get on these stages, accept these awards, and what's the first thing you do? I want to thank my grandmother and my mother and my parents and the Lord for teaching me. What was that again? For what? For For who? What? We have entire industries dedicated to the worship and or adoration of serial killers, not their victims. Not their victims, because you know Ted Bundy, but you don't know the name of any of their victims. John Wayne Gacy, but what? Zodiac killer, but what? You have grown-ass women to this day still going to the dentist who, why he was able to keep this, I don't know, but has the mold of Ted Bundy's teeth. And this man has been making good money because women want them bite down. They've taken the impression, gotten tattoos. This is what we do. And then you're sitting here wondering why problematic people have millions of followers online. Why problematic people will say stuff and everybody's like, tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, he was honest about it. But I will say this, for the love of all things holy, sanctified, and peaceful. Just like you encourage one another to work out your physical bodies, can y'all decide to work out your brains and encourage one another to work out your brains? And no, I'm not being mean. No, I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead ass serious. Because on a daily basis, I sit back and watch people and I literally wonder how you have not been taken out by traffic or forgetting to breathe. And yes, I know breathing tends to be involuntary, but I have lived long enough and I have met enough people that I have met way too many people who never learned how to breathe through their nose. So once again, can we encourage one another to work out the most important muscle that we have, the brain? The brain. And I say this because too many people hurl accusations that can be detrimental and even deadly to people because they don't comprehend things. People have gotten an attitude and decided to go take a life because they didn't understand things. Let me remind y'all, when I used to work for a different media outlet, there was the work that I did for them was strictly print. And I did an expose on someone, a whole profile, and the person got pissy and wanted the piece removed because I referred to them as a philanthropist. Yeah, just I'm a mouth breather when my allergies act up, but no, I guess I didn't tell y'all the full story of the woman that I took care of when she had cancer and how I learned that she never learned how to breathe through her nose. It was frightening and funny all at the same time, but we'll get into that later in the show. I am not good at breathing. Not breathing through her nose? No. And some of y'all are starting to I'm getting concerned about some of y'all. Y'all know I can see your comments, right? I'm a little Don't you know that I am concerned for y'all? Oh, y'all are not well. That song, I'm barely breathing and I can't find. I can barely breathe with no air. Y'all. Jesus, be a fence all around them. Jesus, I need you to protect them and breathe them air. I know you can. I know you will. Inhale, exhale, cause so their lungs will feel, yeah. Lord, be a breathing treatment for all of them. Yeah, there's a difference between not being able to breathe well through your nose and never learning that you can breathe through your nose. Y'all, I'm getting increasingly concerned about y'all. Lord. Jesus. Breathe again. Breathe again. Shall never breathe again. Yeah, you know what? I'm not, nope. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not, no, nope, y'all, no, no, and we're at that portion in the show that, oops, no, that's good. No. Well, since Erica Kirk, I just want to go home. Girl, you ain't been home since your husband died. Is making the rounds again. We are at that part in the show where we have a little music break. So, I'm going to play a little Diary of a Willing Widow.
Diary of a willing widow. Drama fills her hollow shadow. Her twisted fate. Murder left her life. Lost her men at night, but her heart was feeling light. I lost her delight. Finally, she saw the light. Silent house, her only friend. Whispers of the life she'd end. And her blue eyes. For a perfect day. This was her perfect day.
Way to go. Every day. I grow more and more concerned about you. Let's pop it, Swin. What do you mean you were made on this song? Shit. Nope. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not breathing at all right. What is wrong with all the you know what? Nope. No. Oh, you talking to me again. You talking to me again? Is it because it's not raining today? So you're not mad at me because of the rain? First of all of y'all that be like, oh, Harley is so innocent. Harley Pup is the most innocent pup ever. First of all, she snitched. She snitched on me real bad earlier. Because Chaos asked her, and Frontal said hi. Like, you not talking to her? She rolled her eyes at me. And then I was cleaning up, sweeping. I moved her kennel, right? To sweep behind it, underneath it, all that good stuff. I did not realize that I had knocked over her card. Before you go, she has a card. Yes, she has a card from DJ. Okay. While Chaos is asking her questions, Nana J said, hey, girl pop. She looks up. She looks at him. She looks at me. She looks up again, like, help her fix my card. So, yeah. Don't come in here huffing at me. I put it back. I fixed it. Don't. I feel like you're being dramatic on purpose. I apologize. I even gave you a treat. I'll put the card back. DJ says hi, Harley. I put the card back. Okay, it's back. It's where it's supposed to be. Nana J said hi. You. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you're getting an attitude. How else you gonna can you read? Because how else are you gonna know if I don't read it? You acting like I'm not supposed to talk to them because you mad at me. Anyway, I put the card back. Shit. But I don't. I can't win, child. Okay. Well, I truly hate to bring y'all this next bit of news. Hi, sweet innocent Harley. I'm gonna send Zara to you too. No, I don't need two pups up in here judging me, having an attitude. Oh no. Oh no. I can see it now. I'll just be huddled up in a corner. Now, if you need a passport, let me apologize to y'all right now because I need to renew everything because my birthday just passed and I just realized just how much needs to be renewed. I was gonna have to swap things anyway because new address and all. I know she's not innocent. She's cute. That's why she get away with it. You can break even, yeah. But if you need a passport, just a heads up. The following is just a heads up. Don't come at me, okay? Keep in mind, I report the news. Okay, I don't make it. Okay, there's not a news kitchen where I'm just whipping it together. Okay. U.S. to issue passports featuring Trump's picture to commemorate America's 250th anniversary. I don't know how his face is supposed to commemorate this. I feel like if he perished during the 250th, we could put him. I could think of a couple places we could put his face. Ain't nobody asked for that. You got that right. Way to go. Ain't nobody asked for that. Yeah. And keep in mind, it's the preamble to the Constitution, and then his face, and then a flag. The U.S. will soon begin issuing passports featuring an image of President Donald Trump Sr. inside, a State Department official said Tuesday. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. I feel like I feel like my picture being that close to his picture is going to give my picture super gonorrhea. I feel like I'm going to open the passport and my passport picture is going to have super gonorrhea. Don't come in here going, that's not how that works. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's planning ahead. We got a few months left in 250 years. Yeah. So the presence of Trump's likeness in the U.S. passport is the latest and most significant instance of his image being used for an item said to be commemorating the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence. Unlike a commemorative coin or national park pass, a U.S. passport is an internationally recognized form of identification that is typically valid for 10 years. According to a mock-up of the passport, Trump's face and his signature in gold will appear on the inside cover. As the United States celebrates America's 250th anniversary in July, the State Department is preparing to release a limited number of specially designed U.S. passports to commemorate this historic occasion, State Department spokesman Tommy Pigott said Tuesday. Guess who will be waiting to get their passport? I know not to say it around her, but right now she done went back in there because she's on a Law and Order bender. So I can get away with a little bit more right now because she ain't. And these are Stabler heavy episodes, and I realized she really likes Stabler and Benson together, so I got a little bit more time. I think they're about to switch over the seasons, so I'm good for today. So it's just a limited number, but even still, and here's the thing: I told y'all before that Trump had a bucket list of trying to submit himself eternally within U.S. history, and he wants to do it in a way because one thing I will say, Trump does understand how people are educated, and he understands the damage he's done to the educational system. He is trying to Daughters of the Confederacy himself into being viewed as a founding father. Oh, I agree with you. A limited number is still too many, but like I said, I'll wait. I mean, I don't think I need to leave the country anytime soon. I'll double check my calendar, but I think I'll be safe with waiting a little bit. I know one thing I cannot wait any longer on is it's my ID, it's my driver's license. Now we're gonna continue, but not gonna lie, y'all. The thought of driving in Chicago terrifies me so. It terrifies me so. Oh, it terrifies me so. First of all, I was never one that ever wanted a driver's license. Ever. Ever. Like ever. I could have gone my whole life and never learned how to drive. That is the truth. And I'm pretty sure if I would not have had children, I would have never learned how to drive. But yeah. So currently, the inside front cover of the U.S. passports show an image of Percy Morin's painting of Francis Scott Key the morning after the bombardment of Fort McHenry, the battle that inspired Key to write what would become the U.S. national anthem. Lines from the anthem are also printed inside the cover. Quite honestly, I don't think either one of them should be inside a passport, but that's just me. And don't forget, today is Talk About It Tuesday, so guess what we're going to do? We're going
Hello, everyone. Hi, Taz. How you doing?
I'm getting better with these segues. Look at that. The timing is so much better.
Doing awesome. Yeah, I don't think Trump's face should be on the passport either. I think it's a little it's a bit much. Yeah. But that man wants to put his face on freaking everything. And like one of the comments says, why isn't it on toilet paper yet?
I mean, it is, but it's not sold officially.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. They did have some on Amazon.
It's not sold by Trump, but it's on there. Oh, and I know because I was like, is it really on there? And then I know someone who bought it.
Oh, okay. I bet it fell apart.
It did, but they
it was useless
in the bathrooms. Well, two particular bathrooms where they work at because they were leaving anyway.
Oh,
and this place was very heavy with the Trump supporters. The amount of Trump supporters that will save anything said that there were people taking the squares and like trying to go and get them laminated.
Oh my. That's oh
And it
wow,
just,
that's a bit much.
and the amount of people who, how can I say this? Squealed when their fingers broke through the toilet paper at the wrong time.
Oh my. I mean,
As
I've
somebody
had that
who likes
happen.
the way, first of all, the intrusion that I would be giving myself, I would be sitting in the bathroom like, do I press charges on myself? Because this was not consensual. This is not consensual. To two, like,
Especially with the nails. Yes.
because I'm okay. Maybe I'm the only one that does this, maybe not. But anybody who likes nails with a little length, and I am a coffin nail girly. I know people are like, oh, you need to do this type of look. I'm a lady of a certain age. I like what I like. Okay, even when I was younger, I like what I like. You're not changing about that. But I do testers. Okay, I'll take like a little corner, like I'll take like half a square toilet paper and like poke before I like start using the facilities. Just like how
Test
much
his strength.
like how much do I have to like wrap before I go to white? Like, because your nails are prone to go. So I do a little tester because I don't.
We don't need any violations in a public place now. Or
Right.
at home.
Because baby, listen, baby, y'all see these nails. You don't want these.
We don't want any accidental pokings.
The scream I would have screamed if I shot in public. But yeah, because first now I know some people have medical conditions. When they gotta go, they gotta go. And it does not matter if they got a boo-boo. If they got a number two, or as my papa would say, and this is exactly how he would say it, and to this day it still makes me laugh. If you got a dookie, and he would do that on purpose, like out in public. I can't do that. My body will physically. It's like it just goes back up, and it's like we chilling. We gonna read the paper, and we gonna watch a little Netflix and chill till you get home. Like.
And that's like some people's bodies shut down when they go on vacation. Like the whole vacation, no action. What?
Oh, I have flushable wipes in my bag too, Nana J. I got yeah. We know but I'm like I can't, and not gonna lie. It took a while for my body to like regulate out up here and be like, okay, girly pop, you can go to the bathroom here.
Oh, I bet. Yes.
Because I would come up and visit, and that trip back home would be brutal because my body just would not go. And then I'd get there, and I promise you, it felt like I was in the bathroom for 16 days.
Playing catch up.
I promise you, it was just, it's a good thing I'm not a large person because in my mind, I know this wasn't real, but in my mind, I would just be pressed up against the walls, like just sitting on the toilet, pressing on the walls. I can't reach that stuff. But I'm like, cannot do it. You can judge a restaurant by the kind of toilet paper they buy. Yes, I have learned that. And some people, like two family members of mine, figured out that that's what I do when I go into certain new places. If there aren't other telltale signs that okay, this is safe to eat here, because they're like, you don't really go. I will go to the bathroom in public, but it truly has to be an emergency situation. Mm-hmm. Other than that, my body's like, because my brain starts going to places it shouldn't regarding where there will be germs and how those germs can jump onto me. This is why I carry a miniature can of Lysol with me also.
So I always imagine people tampering with the toilet paper. So sometimes I don't even trust the toilet paper.
I'm like, that's why I have all this stuff in my purse. So there'll be times where I'll slip off in the bathroom and I don't need anything. I'm going to look at the toilet paper. I'm looking at the toilet paper and I'm checking the soap.
Good idea.
And if those don't feel right to me, I ain't eating nothing. And if you want to argue with me because you want to still sit there and eat, that's cool. When you wake up with food poisoning, do not blame me and don't call me over to help nurse you back to health, because I'm not.
Yeah, because the employees have to use the same bathroom. So, I mean, if the toilet paper ain't right and the soap is off, the employees are using the same stuff. I wouldn't trust it either. That's a good idea.
Annabelle, I know because I got a no call, no show leg. I know about the handlebars in the handicap. And to the woman last Friday on my birthday, the handicap stall was the only stall I could figure out how to get in that restaurant. I do not know why there were no handles on any of the other doors. That was weird. And I wasn't going to reach my hand underneath to pull a door open because I couldn't tell who was in what. Number one. Number two, I have a no call, no show leg. After one incident of me getting stuck and having to literally call a family member to climb underneath a stall to help me out, yes, I tend to go in there, so I have the bar to help get me up out of there again.
Wow, that must have been a nightmare, though. I can't imagine getting stuck in a public restroom.
Because I got myself all together, flushed the toilet, I was ready to go, and my leg gave out. So fortunately, when I fell back onto the toilet, like I didn't have on anything that like went into the water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was thankful for that. And for a minute, it took me a minute, like, to get my bearings. Like, please tell me that nothing got wet, because when you go down into we know what area would have been wet. There's no explaining that. And then I'm like, I cannot. And there was nothing for me that I could have held onto that could bear weight for me to get up. Because I thought about, okay, the tissue dispenser is over here, but if I lean on that and that falls, that's a noise. They're coming at, like, I'm thinking. So I'm like, and I'm
how
like,
do I dangle myself out of this one?
Person, and I'm like, please look at the text and answer, because if I have to call, because I knew at least one other person was in the bathroom and they hear this conversation. Plus, I did not want someone that I didn't know in the bathroom trying to play hero, because I'm pretty sure I would have had a heart attack if a stranger would have popped their head underneath there.
That would have been mortifying.
So yeah, I'm just like, and my cousin was like, stop messing with me. I'm not. Please come in here and get me. I am stuck. So she came in and was like, all right, okay, joke's over. You just don't want to be here with such and such. Like, we can leave. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be here, but no, I'm really stuck. Like, my leg is completely locked up. I cannot get up. I can't hold on to anything. So she looked underneath and saw. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, Caitlin got me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they were there to help, because that, wow.
You and me, bro, because I was like, if I can myself.
So if anyone's listening and you don't have handlebars in your handicap bathroom, you need to get them installed, because they do come in handy and they are a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And stop doing just one. Actually, my thing is, I think all of the stalls should be that size, number one, and close the gaps. Like, we shouldn't be able to peek in at each other. And I say that because not just for people with disabilities, but I'm looking at height wise, because I've been in some bathrooms and I'm not a tall person. I'm not a large person at all. And sometimes it's close quarters for me. And especially like it's raining or it's a little chilly and you may have a coat or something, like they'll give you a hook, but you're like barely inching your coat to get it up.
Completely boxed in. You can't even move around. You can barely put your elbows up.
Yeah, I'm like, I do have a collapsible cane. I just did not have it with me in that particular bathroom because it was like an extreme emergency. I don't know what. I do remember what happened that day. It was when they were doing that tour of Princess Diana's jewelry and her wardrobe.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
We went to go see that, and it took me a while because I forgot where we were. The museum that was hosting it has multiple levels. And because there were so many people, I couldn't use the elevator. So doing the steps and stuff, it really caused me to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
because doing the steps, it was killing my leg.
That takes a lot out of you, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we were drinking a lot of water to get through there. And where we were at, the park where you had to walk for the parking lot was also a bit of a trip. So trying to stay hydrated through all of that. Then we found some place to eat. And it was like, my bladder was like, hey, remember me? What's up?
Time to go. We don't care where you are, but you're going now.
Left my cane sitting at the table and got up to, yeah.
And then you
Because I was
quickly
just like,
regretted that.
yeah, because we weren't that far from like where the bathrooms were. So I was like, oh, I can make it there and make it. But yeah, lessons.
Guys were like, I got this. One
Yeah.
phone call later. Now I don't know about that.
Lessons were learned. Just like the other day, my cane was upstairs. I get up because this office, walk out, take a few steps, I'm in the kitchen. So I went to go get water. About 15 steps away from where I am right now. 3 steps in,
Ooh,
my leg was like, surprise, surprise.
not today. You like had other
Fortunately,
plans.
Jess was home, and I could lean on him. But and again, because I'm like, oh, I'm in the house, I'm right here, 15 steps. My body was like, we don't care. We don't care if it's 15 breaths.
Man.
She's like, I'm not working this shift. I'm out. My leg is the epitome of I'm not putting in no PTO. And I know you don't have nobody to cover me, and I don't care.
Just quits on you. And you got to make sure you have your cane all the time, Taz, or else,
Yeah. I
that'll
gotta.
happen.
Well, I used to hang it right here in the office, and I just got to bring it back down and hang it in the office. Oh, I remember. I told y'all I would tell y'all the story because I'm concerned about y'all watching. The woman who never learned how to breathe through her nose. Y'all are special. Okay, so I was dating someone, and their grandmother, during the course of us dating, was diagnosed with cancer. Because I had experience taking care of multiple people in my family with that, I was like, you know what? I'm working from home. I don't mind. And I had known this woman well before I was dating their grandchild. So I was like, cool, I'll help out. Well, she was to the point where she was getting oxygen delivered to her house. I was taking the deliveries, keeping track of them, all that stuff, keeping track of her medication, all that. And I was wondering, like, why ever so often she was ending up in the hospital because her O2 saturation levels were so low. And I'm like, and I would be talking to the hospice nurses and the nurses at the hospital, like, and showing them what I was doing to prepare her for bed. And they're like, yeah, you're doing this right. But then when she would be on oxygen at the hospital, you like said to your body, hey, you know what would be funny? You're right, twin. So I started to notice, I was like, wait a minute. Her oxygen tank at home just had the little nose piece.
Mm-hmm.
She had the full face mask.
Oh.
And then after, there was one time she was in the hospital, 2 of her sisters came up and sat in the hospital with me. I went back to her house. I'm going around, I'm checking the oxygen tanks, the one that was by her bed, and then the one that she could move around with outside the house and everything. And I'm like, okay, is everything linked up? Does everything up? The one for her bed at night, you have to put a little water in one part, then the oxygen would go through. And I noticed, like, wait a minute, she never said anything about there being water in the tube. I'm like, how does she not know this? And why is the water all the way down here? Like, well, and then I was like, oh, she's been in the hospital for a couple of days, so it's probably settled back down. But she sleeps on her back. Like, she's the type of person that she doesn't roll to her side. She just sleeps on her back, which was very scary. Waking up and I'm like, is she breathing? Like, because she just like,
she hasn't moved.
And then I went back to the hospital and I said something. And she's like, oh, well, she's like, I don't even know how that works with me because I don't even know why you put it in my nose. Because that's how we breathe. Oh, really? I've always breathed through my mouth. What?
Mm.
Well, I guess I never learned how to breathe through my nose. And then I started thinking about when I've sat down and had conversations with her, and I was like, dear God, she doesn't breathe through her nose. I remember when I would talk, like she would say so many words and stop, and her mouth never closed. I was like, oh my God, no wonder your lips and your mouth was always dry. You, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. And it causes dental issues too.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
was
people
like,
don't know that when you're a mouth breather, you have more issues with your dental, your whole mouth.
so,
Mm-hmm.
and when
And
I said,
your neck grows weird too.
yeah, and this one was in her late 70s, early 80s. I can't remember at this point. And when I was just shook. Like,
You're like, how did you make it this far?
and I'm like, and this is a woman who, like, she was so sweet until I started taking care of her. Then she was hypercritical about everything. And I'm like, you racist piece of shit. Okay.
Mm. Oh, this is one of those. Okay.
and
Got
I'm
it.
like, ma'am, I have to go. I've been having to go through your personal papers and uncover all the lies you told your family. And
Oh
you're a
my.
whore. You're a
Oh,
whore, ma'am.
I love the way you say that.
Hello, Harley Pup. So yeah, and I'm just like, you might chill, ma'am, chillax. And I'm like, you can't break.
All the dirty secrets you were finding out, huh? Got all the teeth.
Oh, I found out that the story that she was weird about stuff. Like she lied to people and said that her first husband had committed suicide.
Oops.
The man died in a car accident.
Oh, why would you lie about suicide then? That's
I don't
wild.
know.
That's wild.
She also said that her first husband was the father of her daughter, her one and only child. From the paperwork I found out, that was impossible because she met that man when she moved from one state to the other, and she was already pregnant when she moved.
Oh.
And the reason why she moved is because of the year that it was. She was a whore. She was a
Oops.
pussy. Instead of drinking them babies, she was swishing them in her milkshake.
Mm. Oops. Messed
And
around
she,
and got pregnant and had to leave.
yeah, then she had a house cleaning business. After she passed away, we found out she was robbing her clients blind, but she wasn't even like selling the stuff for profit or to pay her bills because the woman was, but she was barely scraping by. And I mean, she was stealing expensive stuff. Like one woman had like some highly expensive, like one woman, her father was like a well-renowned painter in the United States, an
Mm-hmm.
artist. Like she had a bunch of his stuff that, like some of his most expensive stuff that people weren't looking at. Oh, this sweet little octogenarian lady. They didn't look at her as taking the stuff. She had people's jewelry, but she never stole it. And she had a weird obsession with Elvis Presley.
Oh my.
And what got
Elvis,
me,
huh?
and I
Died on the
understand
shitter.
people grieve in different ways and you want to honor the people that you love. But let me say this on the record, okay? If I find out I'm terminal, I mean to the point where the doctors are like, hey, there's nothing else we can do. You got a week left. Please don't start then buying me a bunch of pink stuff that I love. Well, what? You done wasted your money. It can't go in a casket with me. I can't enjoy it. I'm gonna be butthurt because I'm like, oh, the things I could do with this, and I can't because there were so many of her family members towards the end were showing up with Elvis memorabilia, and I'm like, this woman can't hold her head up. And I wasn't
Mm.
being mean, but I'm like,
They're gonna have
they
to get
were
rid of it in a
spending
week.
thousands of dollars on True Blue memorabilia. And then when she passed away, I was like, oh, well, do you want to come get this? Because I'm thinking maybe they preemptively bought it for themselves as an investment. Like, they'll get it, sell it, whatever, keep it, let it increase in value. I don't know. I'm not a collector of those things. So I don't
Mm.
know.
Kaz is like, I don't
No,
know what white people do with the Elvis stuff. I just know they collect it.
yeah, they didn't want it. It was the grandmother of somebody I previously dated, Nana J. But they didn't want it. And they're like, oh, you can throw it away. I saw
Throw it
the price
away.
tag. I saw the price because a lot of times I clip the price tags or I would put like a little sticker over it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I just feel like when you get a gift, yes, there are times where you can kind of assume what the price is, but I don't know. I think it's weird.
To show the price of the gift you got.
Yeah. So I was just covering it. Like
Same.
their family could have been like, yeah, I like that. I don't know. But so I'm like, I knew how much this stuff was.
Dad's like, sure you want me to throw this away? This costs $1,500. I
Yeah,
might
I
keep it in
ended
my
up
own collection.
Anger. I ended up reaching out to some fellow historians that I had worked with previously that do the antiquing and stuff from time to time. And I mean, they're true blue antiquers. And that woman's brother-in-law who does that a lot.
Yep.
And they were able to sell the stuff and get some money for her 2 grandchildren that she had helped raise and to pay for her daughter to go into a treatment facility for, I don't know. I don't know what that woman needed treatment for, but wasn't my business. But
I'm glad they were smart and sold some of it because throwing it out seems senseless. Like,
because I was just like, but they were also upset because they're like, well, you tarnished her memory because I was asking about the paintings and the jewelry that I found. I wasn't like asking the public at large. I'm like, y'all snitched to them people that she was stealing from. I didn't. I just asked y'all, like, who does this go to?
right.
I'm like,
Where
I
did this
understand.
come from?
Yeah, I was like, I understand the emotions behind it. You can't come in and clear things out. Cool. I got that. I have no problem going through the stuff for y'all. But I told you at the beginning, I'm gonna have questions, and I don't want to assume what goes what because in their family, there's a lot of lending things. Like her couch went back to
Mhm.
her sister because it wasn't officially given to her. It was lent out. And then if she got a new couch or somebody else needed it, it would go to someone else. So
Okay.
a lot of things I knew you couldn't just get rid of. You couldn't just, oh, this person likes it, you can give it to them. No, like there was a set of dishes that had to go back because their family set things up so they were their own little mutual aid community.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, you don't have winter coats. We have these winter coats. They might be a little outdated, but it'll get you until you can buy the other ones. And then it goes back to whoever is in charge of looking over them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought was cool, but
That's
I'm
kind of
like,
cool.
I was
Yeah.
like, y'all went back to these people and was like, hey, my sister took your stuff. I didn't tell them. I didn't even know they were stolen. Y'all could have just not told me. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. Like,
Could have just made up a story on the spot. We picked that up thrifting at a garage
I
sale.
am the one polka dot in this whole situation. I'm just happy y'all didn't blame it on me. Like, but you couldn't. Well, they couldn't because there were 2 people before she got super sick that I went with her because she wanted to keep working as long as she could, which I understand. To help her clean up. Now, the one lady had a really cool dollhouse in her house, and she really didn't need a cleaner. She just wanted company to sit down and shoot the shit and talk about how she redecorated. Like every week, she did something like redecorated a room or something in her dollhouse. And this dollhouse was like 4 stories.
Oh, okay. Fancy.
She would bake stuff and chill. And another lady just wanted somebody to sit and watch movies with her. So those were the 2 places that I went. And I'm like, yeah, these ladies was right there in my face. Because I think I was the first Black person they ever like could reach out and touch, so to speak. No, they didn't reach out and touch me, but they were very like.
But we do have a tendency to do that. Let me just throw that out there.
You want something to eat? I'll get you something to. And then the one woman's husband, it was so. This Sicilian man was so adorable. He was like, hey, I'm getting a pie. You want some? And I was like, oh, what about them? They're always on a diet.
Oops.
She's got 1 foot in the grave. She still needs to be a size 2. You want some pie? I was like, yeah, you don't think that I'm on a diet? He's like, don't take this the wrong way. You're Black. You like the curves. Do you want some of this pie or not? You know what, sir? Give me a slice. But it's like,
what kind of pie was it?
He was waiting for me to come so he could like get whatever food he just couldn't eat regularly. And he would go, and every time he go, don't take this. any kind of way. You're black. You like the curves. That was always his line. Like, okay, you know what?
You like the curves. I'm screaming. And I bet he was 100% serious when he said it too. Just stone faced, like you like the curves.
He was. He was like, you like the curves. And then I was like, oh, do you all ever cook? He's like, this kitchen is for show.
Oh,
It's for show. He was
I've
like, yeah,
seen a lot of those.
he was like, we host family events. It's catered. He was like, I don't think she can boil water. He's like, I've never even seen her make a cup of coffee, but I love her. And he's like, and I bet you know why I love her. And I thought in my head, like, you was a freaky asshole man. But he was so real. And I was intrigued by their house because it was the first time I ever saw a house with two front doors. And I'm not talking about like side by side front doors. No, I'm talking about you go up on the porch. There's a front door here, and that front door led into like a living room, and then off the living room were bedrooms. Or you walk to the other side of the porch. There was another front door that led you to a sitting room, and then back into a kitchen or down the steps to a finished basement. And I was so intrigued by it. And he was so proud of the house. Okay.
Yeah, I would be too. I've never seen a house like that.
Yeah, it was so cool. So like he was like, yeah, he was like, because when he was like, yeah, when I was an executive in the 50s. He is how I assume Sammy Davis Jr. was, but he just wasn't black. Like, okay, this man was like 50 smooth. Okay, he was rat pack smooth. All right.
Okay.
I know he was a menace when he was younger. But he's like, yeah, when I was an executive and the fellas would come over, they would, the other door that led to the steps, that was his door. And she would have the ladies come to the other door. So that's why they had the two doors.
Oh, okay. Okay. Separate quarters for entertainment.
Yeah, and he could have theirs because he was like, look, he's like, I found out that if y'all have y'all ladies' night, men's night on the same night, everybody happy. You go get drunk, she get drunk, y'all come back and have the drunk nasty together. Like, freaky old man.
Meet back up in the middle twice.
But he was like this because their kitchen was really nice. It was like something you would see in a magazine. But I was like, and I kept looking around. He's like, something seems off to you, huh? And I was like, no, like I'm trying to be polite, like, because I'm not trying to mess up this lady's money. Because essentially these people are getting her to come and watch movies and eat. And I'm like, no. He's like, yeah. He's like, I can tell you what's wrong. Nothing in here has been used except for the chairs.
Oh, so it was immaculate. It was like a
shiny. And I'm looking at the point. I'm sitting in a chair and my brain is going everywhere it shouldn't because I'm like, my brain went very Pornhub. It went very Pornhub because I'm like, what you mean only the chair? He's like, yeah, this is where we sit and eat our takeout.
Oh, okay. Taz's mind was going elsewhere. It's like, what would you just use the chairs for?
Because after he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you know why she chose me. Oh, sir. Well, why I chose her. My brain kept going there with him because I was like, because every time he would be like, I'm proud of this. Why? But why? Like there were 6 bedrooms in the house. They had 2 kids. And I'm talking about 6 bedrooms outside of their bedroom.
Oh, okay. That's a big house.
And I was like, why are there so many bedrooms? He's like, do you know what a pineapple stands for?
Oh, my.
That's when I learned about swingers.
Okay.
And I just stood there staring at him. He was like, you seem like you would be in the age range for that.
Well, that was a subtle invitation.
I'm like, so there's an age range for it? What? So then he broke it down to me. He was like, yeah, if anybody offers you a pineapple that you don't know, like a whole pineapple or a half pineapple, if it's upset, like he was like, don't do it. He's like, you seem like a nice kid. Don't do it. He's like, and it's a good thing you were not born in the 50s. Because you would have been everybody's secretary. And I was like, wait a minute, what does that mean? He was like, exactly. You would have been accidentally everybody's secretary. He was like, you would have been well paid though, sir.
Oh. Taz regularly gets attempted kidnapped, but then this is a new one. They were trying to get you to go to the parties. It was like subtle invitation, so you were almost kidnapped to go
I
to
mean,
a swingers gathering.
he was putting me on game, like, which did help because I was still modeling off and on at the time, and I started getting invited to go to different conventions that I found out were swingers conventions.
Oh.
And I started to find out because I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like something he said. Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna turn down that contract because I'm like this. And I would go back to him and be like, hey, I turned this down. Was it? And he's like, yes, that's it.
Smart.
Yes, they built a swing house. And then I found out the suburb that they were in, there's a whole lot of that going on. It seems to be Escort Central. I met someone, fast forward a couple years ago, that a good friend of me and Chaos was like, yeah, I'm dating someone. And they said that suburb, and I was like, they seem happy. I don't know how to tell them that they're not the only one. They're
in the swinger district.
Because like, and I started noticing like everybody's house is very unique there, multiple entrances, different stuff. And all the people, and it's like it's a bunch of old people. Like, of course, now they're starting to die out. And their children are taking over, but their children now are like 40s and 50s.
No, like, they're all at the villages. That's where all the freaky stuff goes on now.
Like, y'all know what your parents was doing, and now y'all doing it. Okay, Jesus.
The apples don't fall far from the tree.
And this suburb has a high school. And I was like, who is populating the high school? The grandkids. The grandparents are using the address for the kids to go to the school. And everybody knows that these kids don't live in the suburb. And I'm like, it is just a very open secret. And I guess the high school is a covered, like, that's not what we doing over here, y'all. Don't look over here. Don't look over here.
Oh, yes, the loofahs. That's right. Nana just brought that up. The colored shower puffs. Those are the loofahs. Yes. I did a video on that like 2 years ago.
Because when I first moved in Florence, Kentucky, I was around a couple of different retirement communities.
Oh, okay.
And I would see them on like cars.
Yep.
And I was confused because I'm like, now Jess, you know me. I was like, because there were also a whole bunch of like self-service car washes, and I was like, that cannot be efficient to wash a car with. My one.
So you thought people just sticking them on there so they can wash the car when they go to the car wash with their loofah?
Yes, and my one friend we were out getting tacos, and she looked at me and she was like, "You're dead ass right now, aren't you?" Yeah. And I mean, the wheels are turning like this cannot be like, but I'm like, you don't want to pay for like the little things at the car wash, and this is the way they. And she just kept saying, "You're dead ass." And what else could it be for? She did a little Googling on her phone, handed it to me. The realization
she had to show you, make sure you understood correctly what the hell the color codes were.
When the understanding washed over me, the waitress was coming back to the table, and the waitress was like, "Is everything okay?" Our friend tells her like, "Oh yeah, I'm having to explain to my friend this." The waitress said, "Ma'am, would you like a margarita on the house?" You can just see the despair on my face.
I got the right thing to help you cope with this. Do you want a margarita?
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, because what? I'm like, y'all were driving around the city. And I was like, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense because down in Florence, we have a mall that's not a mall. Okay. There's like 3 actual stores in the mall. But you would see these cars with it, like driving around the parking lot. And I was like, y'all are leaving the retirement facility looking for new cooter biscuit. I was
just announcing themselves to each other, just advertising.
Wait, I don't know about the hanky code, Inferno. What is the wait a minute, hold on.
What happened?
What is that? Now I gotta look this up. What is the hanky code? Oh god. First of all, why do I keep asking y'all questions? Because y'all
Uno
get,
momento while we Google this now. Hold on.
get a kick out of just. Why can't y'all just leave me sheltered, Hanky? Oh my god, why did it pop up like that? What? No, wait, there's a chart.
Oh, charts and graphs. I like those. Mm.
Oh, even my favorite color is on here, pink. Oh, now I understand why certain people have looked at me weird. Oh,
I wonder how that all started.
I
Like,
have some.
who
I
was the first person to put a loofah on their car and be like, okay, this color means this, and I'm gonna go
Yeah,
seek
because
for other people.
I have some cloths for cleaning my glasses that are pink. Like, of course, they're all pink. And I've had some people like look over. I now understand what. Oh, okay. So I found it. I found the. Oh my god, Infernal. When I explain my confusion to Chaos when he gets back home, Infernal, I'm telling him that you.
Yeah,
Okay.
blame Infernal. Blame him.
So light blue is oral sex.
Oh,
If you wear the hanky on the left, means you're a you want to be the receiver. On the right, the performer.
oh, okay. So there's placements and colors.
Yellow,
Oh,
they say, is water sports. I don't know why they called it water sports because on the left, they say pisses.
oh,
On
oops.
the right, gets pissed on.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh, that's a water sport. I'm
Kelly
sad because
Green.
I like yellow.
Yeah, like, okay. Kelly Green is male prostitution. I
Oh,
wonder how long until the GOP changes its colors to Kelly Green. Uh,
oops.
on the left, you're for rent. On the right, you're looking to buy. You do know I'm in here. Okay, well, you had to.
Oh my. I'm
You was
screwed.
taking care of business. I didn't know if you was in here or not. Well, then you know that I am. Wow.
Confused.
Hunter Green. Wow. Why is the green? Okay, the green. We're still on the men's. Uh, uh, the hunter green means daddy / boy sex. Why is it? Why do we call it that? Oh my god. The receipt. The if you're on the left, you're the daddy.
Oh,
And if you on the right, you're the boy looking for the. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. Orange means few limits. You
oh,
wear it on the left, anything, anytime. On the right, nothing now, just cruising.
just cruising.
Okay, if you have a white handkerchief, that means masturbation only. On the left means that somebody's going to masturbate you. If you wear it on the right, you're willing to masturbate someone. What?
Wow.
All right. Rust color, cowboy.
Oh,
On the left, you're the cowboy. You wear it on the right, you're the horse. I don't want to know what that. I know.
we
Brown,
won't explore that one further. We'll just okay.
brown is scat. I think I know what scat is, but I don't. Don't tell me. Just no. Um, if it's on the left, top. On the right, bottom. Oh God.
Oh
Oh.
my.
Oh God. Okay.
Separating
All
the
right.
tops from the bottoms. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, oops.
okay. Charcoal is latex. Same
Oh.
thing. Left top, right bottom. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know. Light pink, dildos. Left performer, right receipt. Y'all can't do this stuff by yourself. Some of
Oh.
this I feel like is a one person situation, but okay. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Red. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Red is fisticuffs. It is fisting. On the left,
Wow.
you were the fister. On the right, you were the fisty. Oh my. Oh.
I can't imagine being on either end of that equation. I
Oh.
can't imagine fisting, and I just can't imagine being fist like absolutely no appeal, but there is a level of fascination. Like what the who, what,
Yes,
and why?
absolutely, DJ. Content from today's show is for educational purposes only. I mean, I named the show Talk About It too.
And we're gonna talk about it. There are color coded things going on, and people are freaky.
And they're so okay. Medium blue. What? Medium blue is uniform fetish. That's a
Oh.
thing. Wow, I feel more and more vanilla as the days go by. Okay.
Me too. Me too.
On the left, it means you're a cop. On the right, the chart says cop sucker.
Oh my. Not the Nancy Reagan. Oh my.
Teal is cock and ball torture. Torture. Aren't those things
Why do they have to use a pretty color for that?
aren't those things sensitive? I mean, I don't have none. I'm asking, aren't they sensitive?
Very.
Okay.
I wouldn't know personally, but I think from what I've heard, very sensitive.
Okay. So if you wear the color on the left, you're the torturer. Torturer. On the right, the torturee. Oh dear God. Monica Lewinsky has a color. Tan is cigars.
Oh, the Monica Lewinsky?
Worn on the left, smokes the cigars.
Oh.
Worn on the right, likes the cigars.
Something tells me those are like the Monica Lewinsky cigars. I'm just saying. Like these aren't just plain cigars. There's another ingredient added there somewhere.
Beige is rimming. I think I know what that means, but I'm not quite sure, and I'm not going to look that up because looking things up is not working well for me. On the left is the rimmer. On the right is the rimmy. Black is S&M. On the left, heavy SM top. On the right, heavy SM. But I don't know what that means either. Navy is anal sex.
Oh.
On the left, top. On the right, bottom. Gray, definitely 50 Shades of Gray, is bondage. On the left, ties them up. On the right, gets them tied. Oh my!
I thought that's what S&M was. That was it. Oh, I'm a little confused. I wonder if people wear different ones.
There's a more extensive chart, but I'm afraid to go there. And there's also a face mask code. Oh my God. Y'all was out here getting freaky deaky with the face. You know, now a lot of things make a lot more sense. And I'm glad that none of my face masks are plain, like they got a little razzmatazz, a little pizzazz to them.
I feel like the masquerade balls back in the day were just undercover swingers events.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my goodness.
What did we stumble onto here?
Just putting them in. Oh man! Now all the westerns that I've ever watched. Bonanza has a whole new meeting for me today. What were y'all really doing on the Ponderosa? What the heck? Oh my God!
Anything and everything, apparently.
And I feel like this list is far worse than I know that I can't, but I don't want any clarification.
I was like, we're not deep diving on this one. We're just going to take it face value, what we see right here. We cannot dig any further. We're going to be down that rabbit hole. Oh my goodness.
Angry's going down the rabbit hole.
Scarred for life. Scarred
for life.
Wild West
was queer, but yeah, the Wild, oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But I wonder if people wore multiple colors on both sides. Like,
yeah,
not just one, but you have different taste and different wants and needs. So you have like, yellow, red, and orange over here. You got the teal, the black, and the white over here.
Now, every time I hear somebody say taste the rainbow, I'm going to be thinking of something. I'm going to be side eyeing Skittles for a while. Look, and somebody was like, how can you never say that about Starburst? Because Starburst has no problem segregating itself. Okay. You can go get all pink, all yellow, all red. The Skittles will not let you segregate. Okay.
No, it's always taste the rainbow. Yep.
Just getting sexual diabetes. They actually have clubs for that. Oh my God. You know what? Nope. Nope. I don't. Nope. Nope. No.
And how do
No.
you know, Nana J? I'm just
I
kidding.
know it's Nana J. In my mind, she is a virgin, untouched soul. I
I mean, I thought it was bad enough with the loofahs, but this whole handkerchief thing. Woo!
handkerchiefs, face mat. What the hell? Hey,
Hmm.
what is this? Yes, I'm flagging. Queer flagging 101. How to use the hanky. What? They have a tutorial book.
Oh, this is serious. Like,
Oh
they
my
take it
God, it gets
seriously.
worse. It gets worse.
How?
Oh my goodness. There's designs that go along with the color because when you get to the yellow, if there's a certain design on there that lets people know that you want to drink the oh my God.
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm down for recycling, but I'm not drinking recycled lemonade.
Neither am I. Any kind of recycled, any kind of liquid. Ooh.
Angela Bassett is my OG crush. Angela Bassett is everybody's OG crush, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yes, ancient. Oh my goodness. Uh, Professor Bricked Up is in the building. Piss play.
Hello,
Yes.
Professor.
Yes, piss play. You know what? Y'all be talking about the stuff I come up with to say, but Jesus.
So I'm learning today that there's far more to a golden shower than we originally thought. I'm scarred for life.
I thought it was weird when I found out. I don't know why people share this stuff with me just randomly. One woman was complaining because her boyfriend developed a new fetish of wanting to pee inside of her during coitus.
Ew.
And I remember just sitting there twitching.
I'm twitching
One,
now.
why did you tell me this? Two, man, we just said hello to each other 3 minutes ago.
You look like a good listener.
I was just sitting, and here's the thing: I was in front of a federal building waiting on my dad. I decided I wanted to go exploring through a historic district, and he was like, "All right, it ain't the safest over here. You got X amount of time. Meet me in front of the federal building at this time, or I'm sending your brother after you. My brother is a cop." Okay, fine. I'm sitting in front of the federal building. I figured, you know what? Even if somebody has a conversation, they ain't gonna get too weird because we're in front of the federal building that's across the street from a jailhouse.
You thought wrong.
Yeah, it's so wrong. So
You
wrong. And
thought
other people
wrong.
got, and you can tell other people hurt because they turned around and was looking to, and I'm just shaking my head like we don't know each other like that.
Absolutely not.
And I don't.
And how do you respond to that? Like, what the hell? What did you just tell me?
And in my head, I'm like, did he ask you mid-stroke? But I did not want to ask that because I was afraid she was gonna keep the conversation going. And I'm just like, my dad said he was 15 minutes away, and we are 4 minutes into this. Oh no. Oh, okay, I
can't
learned
imagine
enough
that.
new things today.
It sounds gross and messy. Like, no, thank you. No,
Exactly, Inferno. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Nope.
that
I'm
would
a,
have been a hell no on my part. Like, no, thank you. I don't care when you ask. That's a nope. Big double nope for me.
I promise you, if they're, oh my
It
goodness,
definitely got worse. I didn't think it'd
they
get
have
worse.
handkerchiefs where they were writing "Daddy Hustler." What does this say? Hold on. Rain on me and fisty on the handkerchiefs so that there's no confusion. Oh yeah, there are people with multiple hankies in their back pocket. Lord Jesus.
Gosh.
Oh, you can buy the hankies by the packs. Multiple. Oh my goodness, they got different lengths. You know, if I ever go missing and somebody has to check my search history to try to figure out where to find me, they're going to be so confused. They're not going to be able to like whittle down a suspect list because they're not going to understand. Because earlier I was googling why did Reese's make a PB&J Reese's with strawberry jam, and
They
now
did
this is
what?
in my search history. Yes.
I wonder if that is good.
I don't know, but I wasn't willing to try it. When we ended the show, because remember Saturday I had to go. We were in the store.
Oh yeah.
In the line, I saw it because I asked Cass, like, did that say strawberry? Like peanut butter? Okay. The peanut butter and the strawberry, okay, but not confectioner's peanut butter and chocolate and the strawberry. I was very concerned. So I Googled it, and then I just Googled this. Like, could you imagine being a detective and looking at my search history? Like, she went from why did
Reese's.
Reese's make this to this. Who kidnapped this woman? Is it Willy Wonka? Vic said, "Hey, Jess."
Hi, Vix. Oh, your search history is wild.
Plus, like all the stuff that people send me for different shows and stuff, like especially the Friday show. Like
Hmm.
I can see now where do we start looking for her? Hell if I know. Like who took her? Like the strawberry one is better than the grape one. Oh, okay. So it's these. Okay, I was confused, and I was just
I'm
I,
just now hearing about it, so I'm curious. I don't know.
oh, and y'all, I did not forget about making the chicken Alfredo. It's just, and I'm very grateful. There were a lot of people sending food to the house that we needed to get through before I took the components out the freezer and let them thaw to make this stuff. So yeah, we're getting to the tail end of that, and then yeah, so like I
Mm.
said, I cracked the code on making the chicken Alfredo lasagna because it's pissing me off that y'all are essentially making chicken Alfredo and just smushing it between lasagna noodles, which does not make it a lasagna. You got to have more than a layer.
Yeah, you gotta have like some ricotta cheese or something else up in there, chopped up with some spinach or something, maybe. I don't know. I'm just tossing that out there. I'm in the mood for some ricotta cheese, though. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Like I've
and if
been
you all,
craving stuffed shells.
yeah, and if y'all want if you like ricotta cheese, put a little strawberry on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Try ragu on pasta. Yeah, but yeah, little. Even if you just get like the pie filling type of strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so easy to make. Like, you just throw strawberries in a bowl with a little bit of sugar and pop them in the microwave and then juice up real good. That's what we used to do for strawberry shortcake. And then you just let it sit and it kind of gels up.
Mm-hmm.
It's yummy.
That's where you make a snackies channel. Yes, I have to figure. Okay, I am going to because the person that I sit down and bounce all this stuff around with and helps me stay with my schedule is Jess. So we'll sit down and figure it out, and then we'll figure out in my schedule.
I just send slight reminders once in a while. That's all I do.
Yeah, because I have so many like snack recipes that I think y'all and they're budget friendly. Add some caramel on top of that. I've never tried it with the caramel, but I will. Um. So yeah, I might, you know what? I was thinking I could add it to Patreon, but I think I could do that after the fact. It's just going through recipes. I much prefer doing it live with people. So then if you have questions about substitutions or you have a question about how to do something, I can right there in the moment do it. Because I feel like if you're prepared to do a recipe and you go get the ingredients and then say I'm away from the house and I don't see your notification, then you're just kind of stuck.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a good idea, though.
I would love some Italian recipes. Thank you. But ooh. And yeah, because
I love all food. Italian food is good. Chinese food is good. Mexican food is good. Even just burgers and fries. Maybe I just love food. I'm just a big foodie.
okay, so Friday we went to Applebee's because I wanted Applebee's spinach artichoke dip.
Okay.
And then they have the OM cheese sandwich that comes out like on the cast iron thing where it's dipped down in cheese.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but I don't know how long they had mine sitting on there because I had to get the knife to try to chisel.
Oh, okay. It was a little overheated.
And I would say take it and sit it to the side. Like when you first get it, pick your burger up because it comes like they cut it in half and stick it down in cheese. Sit it to the side because I also noticed that one half of mine, the cheese kept melting and was melting further down on the plate. So to keep it from melting off, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we know I'm very food and snack driven. Hello.
I love cheese. I'm driven by cheese.
Yeah, if you drown it in cheese or chocolate, yeah. Oh, I love a good minestrone. That is nothing. Hello, Harlem Pup. I know. Wait a minute, let me.
I haven't had that in
It's a
years.
little gray outside, but it doesn't look like it's raining, so we might be able to do a little something. Might put your I'm not gonna be that adventurous. I was gonna say might put your leash on and we can sit on the front porch, but me with a no call, no show leg and you highly excitable. We might just sit on the back porch.
That could be a recipe for disaster. Harley have you dragging around back there, holding on to the
I could see her taking off and me just sliding straight down the front steps. I could see it. And because we do have a ring cam, I can see Mr. Man pulling that ring cam footage and going, "This is y'all queen." Because let's not forget, I forget what I did, and he posted the video of it like, "This is y'all queen. This what y'all look up to." First of all, I didn't tell nobody to look up to me. I told the people I was clumsy. And I did take last week off regarding the blanket. I'm going to get back started tonight. That's why I haven't put up any updates. But we're getting to the end of it. My pitapotamus is ready to go bake in the sun. Yes. I have one video. I'm gonna try to catch another video of her. Because it's so cute. She just leaps. She just likes to leap in the air. And it's like every time she leaps, it's like it's in slow motion. I think it's cute. But as soon as she sees the camera, she's like, that was when you were mad and I made you open your own door. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was right. That was some bullshit. That was a ghetto moment, sir. That was not love at all.
The ghetto moment.
It was. First of all, I couldn't get the door open. You would have thought that I have never seen a door before in my life. I broke a nail trying to open the door. It was bad.
Damn.
It was so bad. It was.
That was a struggle.
Share the cookie recipe. No, wait a minute. I just realized who said that. Absolutely not. Everybody can't have them cook. No. I am ghetto, man. We don't work that out of you, sir. I was so heartbroken. Like, and when I tell you I broke a nail, it wasn't like, oh, it chipped and broke. It broke and like flew off. Like, it was like
oh, they jumped off your hand.
It's like a couple times for me to get the door. Oh, I was so, oh my goodness. And then getting out of the car, it's so embarrassing.
It didn't work out well.
It took me a minute to figure out how to get out of the car.
I can never open up, the vans that have the automatic doors that slide open. I can never find the button or know where to pull it. And I'll just be in the back of like the Uber trying to get out. Like, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of here?
I don't even roll the window up and down on my own. I see. Wait a minute. What? I see you, girl. I know what time it is. Okay, we're gonna say we're gonna.
See, like if we were together, I could definitely keep you from getting kidnapped, but I don't know. I'll probably get trapped inside the same contraption you have, like the small backing stalls and back seats of cars and stuff that I can't open the door to. That
Where we went, and I went to go to the bathroom. I was like, "Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm not gonna be able to go to the bathroom." It was a small bathroom. All the stalls were full, and I was like, "Whoever is in any of these bathrooms, coming out of the stall, it's not made for there to be like a wait." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get trampled."
And we can't have that. Not in a restaurant. We don't want that kind of situation.
Yeah, so I was like, "Yeah, I gotta back on out." But you doing all this huffing and puffing
Because it's been almost 2 hours, Taz. Harley knows.
she working me. I still got work to do. Little Miss Mamas.
Law and Order is up. You gotta put another one out for her.
I think the Law and Order ended. Hold on. Did the Law and Order stop? Okay, yeah, she's pushing the chair. The Law and Order. Yeah. Okay. I'm just joking. You can share the recipe. Share the recipe with Nana J. Would you stop? I'm trying to. Anywho, thank you all for joining us for Talk About It Tuesday.
It was fun as always. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank y'all for joining us. Harley Pup says bye. She is standing at the door like somebody mama. Like we forgot to take the chicken out the freezer.
That's a flip out moment.
Yeah.
Just saying. My mom was never happy if I forgot to take the frozen meat out. It was always it was a mess. She would be upset.
So crazy. And like I said earlier, I am finishing up over on Substack the history of Christianity and racism. There is a new 5 minutes or less Tazisms audio only podcast on Spotify, or you can get to it on Patreon. It is free. Just to have that. Yeah. So as always, y'all, thank you. It's been fun. As always, each one teach one, each one reach one. We will see you all later. And as Twin says, be good or be good at it.
That's right.
Bye, y'all.
GCPR, radio shining bright. Coast Guard Production takes the light. GCPR, live in the air. Every voice is welcome here. Turn it now, don't be shy. Let your spirit touch the sky. Where every voice will be heard. Sing it loud without a word. GCPR stands so true.